Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's weigh-in day. Yeah, weigh-in day. Oh, man. Wouldn't it be amazing if I can get 5 losses in a row? That'd be crazy, right? But I'm not really counting on it. Part of me, it's hard for me to be counting on anything at this point. I'm just kind of feeling like, okay, I'll ride it until I'll ride the wave until we, dip down. But we'll see. But that would be something to say it was 5 losses in a row. But anyway, it's been a relatively stressful week, but it's over and moved on from, and that's all there is to that. And we keep going on to the next day. I finally got my hands on a 175-pound WW charm. It's funny because in the beginning, when I originally hit the 175, I didn't care to go crazy getting it. And then I thought to myself, when I hit 200, I want to do something special. But then I'm thinking, like I said, all these charms sit on like a key ring. And I kept thinking like the key ring would be incomplete because I don't have 175 represented there. And so I started calling around, and thanks to Coach Meredith in Sunrise, thanks Meredith, she got a hold of one, and I went to one of her workshops, and it was really nice, and got the charm. But thank you, Meredith, for finding that charm and giving it to me. That was fun yesterday. Other than that, I hope you guys, if you listen to the podcast, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, I hope you enjoy it when you do. If you don't know what podcast I'm talking about, that would be the Ranting Weight Watcher podcast. Episode 243 came out yesterday, or 242 came out yesterday. And every Friday there's a new episode, and you can find it on Spotify and YouTube and many, many other places. Pretty much any app where you can find a podcast, you can find my podcast. So if that's something you're interested in, it would be essentially a chronology of my entire experience in Weight Watchers, and basically everything I've learned, how I talk about everything I've learned in the process, how this life we live, it's way more than a scale result. We're all here focused on a scale result. And, it seems to be, if I have to see it because I have the unique ability of seeing things from a broad perspective, like a 50,000 foot view, of the scene. And I could see 2 different scenarios where achieving the scale goal too soon doesn't guarantee you'll keep it, and doesn't even guarantee how to keep it. And so it's like a delicate balance of learning the lessons that are needed and doing the work that's necessary. And you're separated by what you're willing to do in that process, right? So there's what needs to be done, and there's what needs to be learned, and there has to be your will to do both. It has to be your will to learn, and it has to be your will to do once you learn and move on. And doing all of these things on a consistent basis creates, when I say, the greatest version of yourself. And the greatest version of yourself no longer has these things holding them back, these anchors that slow them down. The best version of you achieve the scale result as a byproduct of becoming the best version of you. And then there is just no question of the knowledge of how to keep it, because you've essentially adapted your life to living a life that creates this scale result and keeping the scale result. And who you used to be and who you are simply might be, there's two stories told, might be two different people if they had two different names, but only because they have the same name that they are both you. And that's what this is all about. We are always focused on the scale result. We're always judging success or failure based on the scale result. And in reality, if you could snap your fingers and have the scale result tomorrow, you would not know what you needed to know to keep it. You would not be mature enough to keep it. It's like handing a poor person millions of dollars. It's not going to make them a stock guru overnight. Most people who win the lottery end up broke again in just a few years. And it's the same idea, the same perspective. If you are to achieve the scale result that you desire so much, that you dream of, the lifestyle that needs to be learned to live on a daily basis without even thinking about it, with no gripe, has to be just your life. Not only do you have to do it consistently, you have to do it like you want to do it. And people barely want to do things now, but it doesn't stop them from wanting the scale result. You have to, like, making them track is like taboo. Telling someone they should track everything they put in their mouth is almost taboo. Like, oh, you can't condemn them for doing that. No, I can because I know what it is to track, and I know what it is not to track. I know what it is to weigh and measure, and I know what it is not to weigh and measure. I know all of the things necessary to create success and all of the things necessary to create failure. Because I did it both, and I did it twice, and I got the t-shirt. Okay? The important thing is when you finally learn the lessons and you finally change your life, and it's so differently changed that you don't even think about it. It's just what you do at 6 o'clock in the morning, what you do at 5 o'clock in the morning, wherever it is. It's just the person you used to be is dead, and the person you are is not recognizable by anybody you know for any amount of time. That's when the greatest version of you appear. And there are people that will be bothered by that, and it doesn't really matter, because what's most important is you achieving everything and being mature enough to not just achieve it, but to keep it. And it doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form to achieve something and not be mature enough to keep it. This is coming from someone who had gastric bypass over 20 years ago and undid almost the entire thing because I wasn't mature enough to keep it. So when I tell you I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, I'm not saying it. I'm not just talking out of my ass. This is what it is. This is the real life. This is the real goal. And you can sit here and concentrate on the success or failure of the moment based on a current scale result, or you can just keep going, keep doing the work, because it all needs to be done whether or not you like the scale result. Whether or not you're having a good day, it needs to be done. Whether or not you're stressed out, it needs to be done. Whether or not you have all of these things you need to do for other people, it needs to be done. Because you know what? If one day you're not here, all of those things that you need to do for other people will just be done by somebody else. And that's all there is to it. So what I'm saying here is take care of you first, because you can't take care of anybody if you're not taking care of you. Whatever you're doing today, enjoy yourself. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all.